We are live. Welcome back to the third West Coast Draft podcast. Although if you're viewing this, you might think it's only the second one. Had a little hiccups last night on both of our ends,
A
actually.
comedy of errors.
Literally a comedy of errors. And let me tell you, actually, okay, so I think when I took it down, it had like around 10 views. So whoever those 10 viewers were, owe you guys an explanation. We're starting over. We're starting from scratch, just so you're aware. We're gonna be talking about all the games that we talked about, plus getting to the stuff we meant to talk about, making our wild card picks and also the head coaching picks. But it was just a wild sequence of events because um obviously we were recording the podcast and then Rob walks off, which,
I
totally
puked. Yep, I
understandable. He
puked.
was yeah, he was
I was fighting a battle.
praying to the throne. Praying to the throne.
I've never heard that expression before. That's a good one.
Um And then halfway through, my computer decided to puke on itself
Uh,
and just totally crash, like totally black screen everything. But the stream is still going. So I'm gone. So the stream is just your room with no one in it.
that's really funny. I hope people are watching through that.
It was just nothing. So it was pretty funny. It was pretty
That's
funny.
really funny.
So, and it didn't end until I was able to get back in my system and then open up a new stream. Um, but it
Oh
wouldn't
yeah.
let me rejoin the stream that was already going.
Wow, that's wild.
But it would let me end the previous one.
Okay.
So at that point, I was like, oh, brother. And then I watched it back and it was like all hiccupy and stuff right
Oh yeah.
before. So it was not going to be worth keeping up there, but it was,
So
it
now
was,
we need to remember all the jokes we made.
yeah, I hope you memorized them. I hope you wrote them
Did
down.
we? Was it this episode that we told them about Daniel, or was it on Tuesday?
Yeah, no, we told him about Daniel on Tuesday. We did
Okay,
tell him
good,
about
good.
Daniel on
Okay,
Tuesday.
I wasn't sure.
Um, yeah.
So just
So
got to remember jokes. Okay, we'll see if we can do
just
that.
gotta remember the jokes. Um, which is a shame too, because right before my computer crapped out, and I got the text from you saying that you were gonna have to leave the pod. Um, I went on a tear about the Chiefs game too.
Oh, okay. I
So
hope you
I'll
can
have to
remember
remember
it.
that. I'll
Yeah.
have to remember at least most of that, but it's gonna be live. We are not a scripted podcast.
Nope.
We do it live.
Fuck it. We'll
Um,
do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. But there's some good stuff in there. So let's get right into it.
You
Some
know
of the
one thing.
games.
So
Oh,
full
good.
disclosure, the Texas game was tonight.
Yes,
I'm
it is.
bummed that Jonte Cook wasn't tweeting very much.
Yeah. Well, Texas was holding strong with them when Ohio State got the first touchdown. I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is gonna get
Over.
ugly fast," and it didn't. I mean, obviously they ended up winning by 14 points, but that was really just because Jack
Blowout.
Sawyer making him play insane play. Hey, they doubled him up. That was really just Jack Sawyer. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
insane play there at the end of the game, which I'm sure we'll talk about in the next college episode. But
Oh yeah.
awesome play
Honestly,
by Sawyer.
let's push the first mock draft to the college episode because
I think it's a good idea. I
there's
think
just
it's a good
not
idea.
gonna be much to talk about.
Right. Yeah. Plus, I mean, on the next college episode, no, never mind, because National Championship's MLK Day, so it's not next Monday. It's the first. Yeah.
Okay.
Dang, we got a week and a half of Ohio State and Notre Dame fans going at it on Twitter.
Oh man, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
So it's not on MLK Day, it's on Tuesday.
No, it is on MLK Day. It's on the
Okay.
20th. So the
As
20th is
as Dr. King would want us to celebrate.
hey, it's MLK Day, it's Inauguration Day, and it's National Championship.
Oh
What a
God.
Monday. What a Monday.
Oh God.
Um, so it's a good day. Hey, you know what? If there's ever a day for the country to get off, it's National Championship Monday.
Yeah, dude.
The day after the Super Bowl would be
Nick,
next, but
dude,
we'll get
if
there.
Nick Bosa is sending his energy to the Buckeyes for that game.
Oh man, I didn't even think about that. He's gonna be in Atlanta for that one. Well, he's gonna be in DC, and then he's gonna get a private jet down to
Yeah, where
Atlanta.
was Nick Bosa on January 6th, 2021?
Never know.
Well, he's
Never
probably,
know.
dude, if they weren't in the playoffs that year, oh, he would have been there. He
They weren't in the
absolutely,
they weren't in the playoffs that year, but that was also the year he was coming off the torn ACL, I think.
there's no way he wasn't there then. No shot.
Yeah.
Dude, the
Yes.
Niners absolutely collapsed after Bosa wore that Trump hat on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Was it Thanksgiving?
No, it wasn't
No.
Thanksgiving.
It
It
was
was
like a
Sunday
prime
Night
time.
Football against the Cowboys. So I want to say it
Yeah.
was late October or something. It was like 2 weeks before the
The Niners
election.
absolutely collapsed after that. Dude, I wonder what it's like in the locker room when a guy's just that uh adamant, outspoken per se.
Yeah. Oh no.
Honestly, I
I couldn't tell you. Personally,
I
I
couldn't
couldn't
tell
tell
you.
you.
I bet you Trent Williams probably doesn't like it. Brock Purdy
Imagine if
certainly did.
there's I don't know this. I mean, there might be one, and I'm just blanking on it. I don't think there is, but imagine if there was still any 49ers that were there from when Kaepernick was there in
Oh
2016 and
man.
are now there with Bosa, and they're just feeling
Oh.
the whiplash. Just the polar opposite of each end.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That'd be crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Um, shoot, what was I gonna say now? I'm blanking.
Not
Uh,
George Kittle. George Kittle got there
oh
in
yeah,
2017.
not George Kittle.
2016 was last year Cap was there, I
Yeah,
think.
I think we don't have anybody left.
No, I don't think so either.
No,
Shoot.
no. Dang, that would be
Yeah.
fun.
Oh well.
That would have been interesting to see.
That would have been I would like to get that person on the pod, that player on the pod, just interview them, ask them like, hey, what's that whiplash like? Um, but we'll talk about the Niners a little bit later when we get to that game. Probably not. We're not much to talk about in that game, but I guess we start with the Saturday games. Start again, restart with the Saturday games. Well, AFC North action. Hard Knocks. I predicted would have a field day with the fact that our
Seahawks are
AFC North
eligible
game.
for Hard Knocks for like one of the first times in forever.
Really, that'd be
Yep,
fun. Although I
that would
heard
be a lot of
the
fun.
Panthers are also eligible. I feel like the Panthers are
Oh,
probably the
damn it!
most
They
interesting
just
target.
did them, didn't they? No, 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 no.
No, they did the Bears
Damn,
last year.
dang it!
I
And
feel
Mike
like
McDonald.
not. I mean, obviously all of Hard Knocks is interesting, but off season and in season Hard Knocks are so much more interesting than training camp Hard Knocks. I feel like me
Oh,
personally.
absolutely,
In season was
absolutely.
fun, dude. In season
That's
was
one of the
great. I
best
love that
things
the
they've ever
Bengals were on
done
it.
is in season Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
Mike McDonald's just way too boring for TV.
Right. Actually, off season with the Giants last year had some gems.
Oh man, that I don't think any team's ever going to agree to do that again because
Oh no, probably not.
it makes management look so bad.
Oh yeah, the Giants got an absolute cooked for that.
And wow, it looks worse by the day this season.
Yeah, right.
With Saquon wanting to resign, I was like, nope, not worth it.
Yeah. Saquon not a
And now you don't have Saquon or Daniel Jones.
you do not, you have neither. Well, it's
Quinn
funny because
Ewers, you are a New York Giant.
Jeez, man, after tonight.
He said he's declaring now.
I know I saw that, but brother, change your mind.
Honestly, he should declare. It's not like it's clear he's
Eh,
not getting any better in
that's
college.
true. He's regressed since last year, so coming back last year was a mistake. I don't think coming back again is going to help him much.
It
But
wouldn't be at Texas either.
no, if he did come back, he'd be probably at Notre Dame. It sounds like
I don't know. They said they don't want any more transfer
they don't want
quarterbacks.
him. Oh,
No.
smart.
Who else? Like I think it would be North
Georgia.
Carolina. North Carolina.
Oh, UNC. It's a good call. That's a good call. Yeah, no, I can't think of any other. Yeah, UNC is a good call. Um, there you go. But speaking of Hard Knocks, the games that got played, Cleveland massacred by Baltimore. Not many takeaways from this one.
I
Baltimore
remember I
clinched the
picked
AFC
I
North.
picked Cleveland plus 20. Then I realized Bailey Zappi was playing when I turned the game on. I was like, shit.
It's over. It was over in that moment. Hey, and they did almost cover, and then Derrick Henry had the backdoor cover at the
Yep,
very
yep,
end
he
there.
did. He
Or
did.
whatever the opposite of a backdoor cover is, the kick the door open cover.
stomped on the Browns cover. Also,
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson, another
Oh,
Achilles.
that's news that we would have missed if we stuck with last night. Yeah, Deshaun Watson retore his AC or Achilles, apparently rolling his ankle in Miami Beach.
Probably the worst trade and signing ever. You can rest easy,
Oh,
Herschel Walker and
yeah,
rookie.
Herschel Walker, you've
Who
yeah,
was that?
rest easy,
Who
man.
was that guy the Bears traded their entire or the Saints traded their entire draft for?
Oh, Ricky Williams.
I was thinking of Ricky White. I was like,
You
no,
know
it's
what?
not.
Ricky Williams still had a good NFL career
He
at
did. He
least.
just couldn't stay off the weed.
Yeah. He was good in Miami.
He was Wildcat baby.
Yeah, but oh boy.
This is probably one of the worst, especially if you take the contract into.
Oh, yeah. It might go down as one of the worst trades in American pro sports.
Yeah, yeah. What's
It's
worse, Bambino?
oh, man.
I don't know basketball trades.
There's no basketball trades I don't think are as bad as this one.
It's up there with Bambino, then I'd say.
Yeah, it's up there. Bambino cursed a franchise for almost a century.
Yeah, 90 something years, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's up there. It's up there.
Yeah, I'd say the only one worse is Bambino.
Yeah. Yikes. Good job, Cleveland. Yeah. Who's their gun to your head? Who's the Browns starting quarterback in 2025?
Jameis, baby. Woo!
I think they're done with Jameis. And he's a free agent, so they have to
Fuck.
re-sign him. My
Jameis, you
prediction.
are a New York Giant.
Yeah.
Dude,
That was
Jameis in
one
New
of the, that
York.
was one of the bits I was doing right before you hopped off. I pulled up the list of all the free agent quarterbacks, and we are gonna try to pick who's gonna be the Giants and Jets quarterbacks
Yeah, no,
next year.
I was out of it by that point. I'm like, am I
Yeah.
gonna throw up? It was like, yes, I
Uh,
am. Book it.
that's fair. That's fair, man. We'll do that
I
again.
made it in time though, which is good news.
That's good. That hey, don't want to throw up on the carpet. I'll tell you that
Nope.
much. Um.
Not like our last cat did all the time.
Oh, jeez. Hey, you know what? My dog threw up on the carpet once, and not a fan. Not a
Happens
fan of
with
that.
old cats a lot. They puke on
Yeah.
the carpet a lot. It's not that much though, but I think there still are
Anyways,
some stains.
yo, yeah, the stains don't ever really go
No.
away. They fade, but they don't go away. Um, Meanwhile, Baltimore clinched the AFC North again, and Lamar in MVP news, Lamar won AP First Team All Pro, which probably means he's gonna win MVP, which I disagree with, but whatever. Burrow got 2 votes for AP First Team All Pro, so whoever those 2 voters are, salute. Um, let's see.
Leonard
Speaking of
Williams not
Burrow,
getting all pro. Oh my god.
who did? Who what? What
Leonard
happened?
Williams didn't.
Oh, he didn't.
I
Man,
think he was better than both Kyle Allen and Jalen Carter. Dude, we tried to get Kyle Allen first, but then settled on Draymond. Oof.
ooh, yeah, that doesn't look good in hindsight. Or Zach Allen, you mean?
Yeah, my bad. My bad.
Kyle Allen, the quarterback.
Yeah.
Hard not shot. No, Zach Allen was a ball. He had like 3 sacks against Cincinnati a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Didn't matter
he's
though.
been awesome this year.
Yeah, he's been awesome for
All right.
Denver.
Floor is yours, my friend.
Yeah, speaking of Cincinnati, speaking of Jamar and Joe, oh man, Bengals Steelers. And I know I told you this while I was on the phone. There will never be a Bengals Steelers game which will not give me heart palpitations.
Yeah.
It's cursed. This rivalry is cursed to be fucking chaotic. And this was one of those games. Obviously, the Bengals came out swinging, got a touchdown on the opening drive, and did not get in the end zone again for the rest of the game. But they did pull Steelers and win off of 4 field goals. Beat the Steelers at their own game in their own building. Let's go. Meanwhile, the Steelers, they suck. I'm not gonna lie, man. Steelers are absolutely cooked going into the
Oh yeah.
postseason. Just
Russ post game being to Cam Hayward like, let's go win the next four. Let's go win the next four. And Cam Hayward be like, ugh. Oh, so Cam Hayward should not be all pro. That was a name. That was
dude,
a name
I don't
grabber.
know, man.
Compared to Leonard Williams this year, no.
It was this year. Um, I don't know. I understand it. I mean, I don't know. And it's also a little bit of a name thing too. But
No, that's absolutely it. If we weren't in Siberia, he would.
yeah. Defense. Hey, last game, Lou Anarumo's last game as defensive coordinator of the Cincinnati Bengals was his best game of the 2024 season. This is a really good game plan by him. Defense really came to play. Defense really saved the game for them because offense sputtered. Not necessarily sputtered because they're still moving the ball up and down the field, but they just got into the red zone. They could not score a touchdown for the life of them. Which, funny enough, was one of their strengths all year was that when they get in the low red zone, they were coming away with a touchdown. Just didn't work out this time, but didn't end up hurting him. Shout out Cade York, by the way. Not super reliable career on from a career standpoint, but asked him to kick 4 field goals. He made all 4 of them, and we won by 2. So if he'd had even one miss, we're talking about a different result here. But
Mm-hmm.
we went into Pittsburgh, split the season series with the Steelers. Oh no, 3-3 in the division's not terrible. I know one of the goals going into the year was do better in the division after we went 1-5 against the division last year.
So, and
And
you did.
3-3 at 3-3, 3-3.
Guess probably it gets the maybe I'd say second best after how good the NFC North
Yeah,
was
the
this year,
NFC North was freaking good, man.
but
So it's
still a
hard
really
to
good
argue with that.
division.
Yeah, very, very good division. Could have sent AFC West probably up there too, which they played them. Split the AFC West, beat
Mm-hmm.
the Charger, won both the home games, beat Denver and Vegas, lost to Kansas City and the other one, Chargers.
Yeah,
The other one. Um
the
yeah,
other one in LA
obviously
too. That's
yeah,
what LA people call that team.
the
The
other
other
one.
one.
The other one. Um obviously the thing about this or not Charger, sorry, the Bengals season, now in hindsight, we know this was the last game of their 2024 campaign. Um, Great way to go out. Glad we're able to send Lou off with a great performance. Played inspired ball. Um, Hard Knocks was tough to watch because they had clips. They had showed Zach Taylor watching the Broncos. He was watching clips of Buffalo like in preparation, like he was getting ready to play the Bills next weekend. And then he had the Broncos Chiefs game on in the background. And then there's just one point where after it becomes 38 nothing, he's just looking at the screen. He's just standing there and he just turns off the Bills clip tape. And it's like, man, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That hurt to watch. I'm not gonna lie. It was the last shot of the entire season. Like that's how Hard Knocks ended this year. Was
Oh,
the Bengals getting eliminated by the fucking Chiefs tanking. Fuck the Chiefs, man. But I don't know. Go out with pride. I respect it. Don't go out losing to the Steelers. Don't get
Triple
swept by the
Crown, baby.
Steelers. Yeah. Um,
And speaking of Triple Crown,
Yes, Triple Crown. Yeah, almost forgot that last. Yeah. Um, Jamar Chase, Triple Crown receiver. Only the sixth time in since the merger that has happened, and only the second time since 2005. Also, the first 17 and 17 touchdown season in NFL history. First receiver with
wow,
1,700 yards and 17 touchdowns in one year.
that's impressive.
Oh yeah.
Well, we can't talk about that without talking about the Dan Orlovsky, Shannon Sharp.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Triple Crown,
When's the last time? Yeah, when's the last time I won't say the price.
A triple crown missed the playoffs. Yeah, I can't either. Your brother.
Your brother.
I can't either. Wait a sec.
That was excellence right there. And we'll go through the motions. Joy Taylor. Blah, blah, blah. We talked about
We've talked about Joy Taylor and
whatever.
everything
I
too.
like Joy
Yeah,
Taylor. I like the herd. Russell
yeah.
Wilson. Blah blah blah. Okay, we're done.
Russell
All
Wilson. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Panthers, Falcons.
Lead us off, my friend.
Reed Morris sent him to Guantanamo. Uh,
Mm.
got let up 38 to the Panthers, and Mike doesn't get
Hey,
the ball in
that's
overtime.
That's QB1 Bryce Young that he left up 44
I feel
too.
like in deja vu right now. Wonder why. It's not like we're saying the
Never
exact same
wrong,
things.
just early.
It's not like we're saying the exact same things we said yesterday.
Yeah, I know, right? Never
But
wrong, just early.
we drew Sprite for Atlanta. They should totally fire Raheem. Did they fire Jimmy yet?
No, they have not.
Oh my God.
Doesn't sound like they will either.
That is absurd.
Yeah, I think the only three DC openings in the league right now are Cincinnati. Actually, let me confirm this. Yep, Jimmy Lake. Yes, Cincinnati or Chicago. Well, okay, there's obviously the teams that are gonna have new head coaches. The only teams that kept their head coach but fired their DC, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, and San Francisco. So there you go.
Weird.
Although speaking of fired coaches, rumor tonight, Matt Eberflus, Cincinnati DC.
Oh, that would be a good hire.
I would like that. I would like that. He knows defense. Not a good head coach, not a good clock manager, but he
Really
knows
good
defense.
DC. Really good
Yeah,
DC.
I'd be a fan. And Domino effect where no one wants to hire him to be a head coach because of how badly he went in Chicago.
Oh yeah, absolutely not.
So that's always a plus too. Um,
Hey buddy, your audio is a little
is
off.
it wonky?
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
yeah,
here
my
we're good. We're back.
headphones.
We're
Hold on.
back.
We're back. Okay, yeah, no, I accidentally bumped my microphone and the wire disconnected. It's a little sensitive. Um, but
No, you're all good
yeah,
now.
yeah, I
Happens
was
to me
just
sometimes too, with
yeah,
if I bump my headphones a little bit.
yeah,
Uh, I like that hire a lot.
I
He'd
would
definitely
too.
be moving to a 4-3 though,
Yeah.
which honestly
Well,
wouldn't hate with what you got.
they got the personnel for it. They already got obviously Hendrickson's already 4-3 end, true 4-3 end.
No, I
So
wouldn't hate that at all, and you can get more out of Pratt and
Wilson, yeah.
Wilson.
Yeah. No, he's always done really good. Everywhere he's been, he's done good with linebackers
Mm-hmm.
between Edmonds and Edwards in Chicago and then Leonard and
Oh,
who's the
geez, I'm
other
blanking.
Buffalo or Indy linebacker?
I'm blanking. I know who you're talking
Ah,
about though.
shoot. Oh,
Doesn't matter. I know who you're talking about.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
And
I like that.
also did really good with development. Like guys like Kenny Moore really, really
Yes.
developed when they were in Indy. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'd like that hire a lot if that's the direction they end up going in.
Just keep him away
Washington,
from the timeouts.
just keep
Although
him away
he
from the
does that to
timeouts.
himself though, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, you know what? That's something a DC does not have to worry about.
Nope.
Um, Washington, Dallas, backup bowl, Trey Lance versus Marcus Mariota. I don't care. Actually, speaking of Marcus Mariota, I was thinking about this. Is it crazy that my Shadur Sanders comp is Marcus Mariota?
Yes.
I see similarities there.
Mariota was an amazing runner, man.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He was in college, and then in the pros, he kind of did. He kind of lost that part of his game.
Yeah. Okay.
So I mean,
I
like
can
more like pro
understand it.
Mariota, not college Mariota, not college Mariota. I mean more. When I think Marcus Mariota, I mean like Titans Mariota.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
hmm I'm just not very high on Shadur, man. I'm gonna be real. He'll probably get around two grade for me, but we'll get there when we get there. But
Yeah.
does that mean I don't think he's gonna go top five? No. I think he goes top two now that we know what we know about Deshaun Watson. Um, if not top one, if not first overall. But I was thinking about that while I was driving the other day, and I was like, hmm, that's an interesting comp. But we got 4 months to talk about comps, so don't want to waste too much time with that right now. Washington wins this game. They clinch the sixth seed, get to go to Tampa Bay. Um, Meanwhile, Dallas falls again. It's their draft position. I think they finished the 12th pick, I think. Sounds right.
Ashton Chanty, you are a Dallas Cowboy.
Yeah. Chicago, Green Bay. Oh yeah, the deed expired. Or the
good
lease
for
expired.
good for Chicago, man.
Yeah, Chicago.
You see
They
the video of the kids pretending to be Ben Johnson texting Caleb, and then Caleb FaceTime them.
No way, really?
Yep, that's that
That's
video.
hilarious. I didn't see that. No. Oh, that's awesome.
It happened
Oh,
like a
you gotta
couple
send that
hours
to me
ago.
later. You gotta send that to me later. That's awesome. Um, I think the main takeaway from the Chicago Green Bay game, Christian Watson tore his ACL in
Brutal.
a mostly meaningless game. Now, if they had won and Washington would have lost, yeah, you get to go to Tampa instead of Philly, which is a pretty big difference. But also, like, it's rough. That's rough if you're Green Bay, man. That's one you probably in hindsight would have rather just not play your starters, especially knowing what we know now that Washington won anyways. So that's a bummer for Green Bay there. Let's see what's next here. Houston, Tennessee. Oh, wait, hold on. Speaking of Houston, Tennessee, obviously Houston won this one. They played their backups. Tennessee had a rotation between Mason Rudolph and Will Levis, which was always going to go great. Um, Houston still won. Houston's backups absolutely took it to Tennessee, actually, which is really sad if you're the Titans. Um, Tennessee likely in line to draft quarterback first overall. All I'll say, and I used this figure of speech, which I came up on the spot when I was texting my brother the other day about what the Titans should do with the first overall pick. And it's you don't want to always be first in line at the buffet when it's a bad buffet. Meaning, you know, if you're going to draft a quarterback first
That's such a
overall,
fun analogy.
you might not want to be the first one. You don't want to be the Steelers in 2022 picking Kenny Pickett. You'd almost rather one falls into your lap, and then you'd rather be the Niners picking at the end, being like, "Hey, we got the best one with the last pick," rather than being the one who's fucked it all up with
Yeah,
the
like
first shot.
With like Bryce Young.
Yeah. Wait a second. Wait a second.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Hey, that was a good buffet though, because that was Bryce Young and CJ Stroud at the top. It only
And
fell
Will
out after
Levis,
the
plenty of
first.
mayo in that buffet.
Plenty of mayo on that buffet.
Some gator too.
Some Gator. Oh yeah. Some Gator great. Anthony Richardson. Who are the other key? Oh, DTR. Hey, how can we forget Cleveland legend Dorian Thompson Robinson? Probably the worst quarterback I've ever watched in the NFL, and I've watched a lot of bad ones. Um, let's see. Yeah, not much to take away here from Houston. They're going to be preparing for the Chargers tomorrow afternoon. Jacksonville, Indy. I was watching Red Zone. They probably showed one clip from this game all morning. That's how bad it was. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. No, that it. No one watched this game. I didn't even realize it went to OT. Shout out to the Colts for winning. You're both eliminated. Jags, good job not screwing up your draft position.
See, that's the
Colts,
one thing the Jags know how to do. They know how to get the first pick.
that is true. They've been good at
How
that.
does how does how does Bulky still have a fucking job?
Yeah, yeah, he's still okay. And you know what's funny actually? If you watch the interview of
Yeah, that
Rob
was
or
funny. That was
Shad
so funny.
Khan, I almost said Robert Saleh, Shad Khan saying like, "Hey, for the right, if we're able to get the right coach in the building, and it means we have to fire Balky, we'll fire, we'll make that decision." And
And
Balky's sitting
Bulky's
right
sitting
there
right
next to
there.
him.
He knows he's shit.
Oh yeah, no, it's over. Oh, it's over, man.
Uh,
But
and
why not can him though? Why not can him though?
you know exactly which coach he's talking about there too.
Ben Johnson. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Um, yeah, let's see. Buffalo, New England, Joe Milton, Hall of Famer already? Question mark.
I think so.
Joe Milton, third best QB
He's on
in the
pace for
AFC
to be
East.
so good.
He's on pace to be the greatest quarterback of all time. Start Joe Milton next year. Whoever New England hires, Mike Vrabel, maybe Ben Johnson. Sounds like Ben Johnson's actually interested and get to work
Interesting.
with Drake May and have a shit ton of cap space. I get it.
Watch Ben Johnson be like, no, I'm staying in Detroit for another year. That would be
Yeah,
so
hey, it
funny.
sounds like he could. I saw a
If he
report yesterday
does,
they could do that again. He's waiting for the Bengals job to open up. We all know it.
it's like, what the hell are you waiting for,
He's
honestly?
waiting for the Bengals or the Cowboys. Oh, speaking of the Cowboys, how did we forget this? Mike McCarthy apparently they're negotiated contract extension. His contract is up and he's been dog shit. How is he not, how are you not just letting him go, Jerry? Just let him go.
Oh my God,
It's so
Jerry.
dumb. Why are you why? Why are you sticking with Mike McCarthy right now, Jerry? That's embarrassing. The Cowboys are a dumpster fire, man. That's like literally that is what Marvin Lewis in 2017.
Yeah,
3 weeks
yeah.
before the end of the year, it was announced that they were going to move on because his contract was expiring anyways. And then they won their last two games to like make ownership think about it. And then everyone was like, "Oh, we haven't heard the news that Marvin's gone yet. What's going on here?" And then two
And
days
then he
later, they
signs an
announced the
extension.
extension. It's like, what the fuck? And then they fired him the next year, anyways. So I feel for I was gonna say I feel for Cowboys fans. I didn't finish that sentence, so I take it back. I'll never feel for Cowboys fans, but I've been there, so I get it. I feel the pain. I feel the pain. Um, from Buffalo's side of things, take nothing away from this game. Who the fuck cares? But Joe Milton's best quarterback to ever play the game of football. That's the main takeaway. Oh, and Kayshon Boutte finally did something in the NFL too. Look at that,
Booty
117
wide
yards.
open. And there's like
Booty wide open.
what Joy Taylor did at
At Fox Sports. Um, New York, Philly. No real takeaways from this game. Philly still won with their backups, so that's lets you know where New York is right now. It's a shame Philly rested their starters because having Saquon break the all-time rushing record against the Giants would have been pure cinema, but
oh yeah.
they didn't let it happen.
Very
Um,
sad.
Very sad. But yeah, Philly's prepping for the Packers, who sounds like Jalen Hurts will be back this week. So that's good news for them. Saints Bucks, the other NFC South game. This one which clinched the NFC South for the fourth straight year for
Fun
Tampa
one,
Bay.
competitive.
Yeah, very fun. Hey, you know what? Saints hung with them. Saints, they played inspired ball. They're winning for a long, but vast majority of this game. They were actually up. Mike Evans got 1,000 yards, which I know Mr. Jokinim takes issue with.
He's
Thinks he's
I
not a
saw
Hall of
like a
Famer apparently.
good analogy. Let me find this again.
Thinks he's not a
Uh
Hall of Famer apparently.
I want to call him the Hall of Fame receiver. He'll get in, but he's not a Hall of Famer, in my opinion.
Fair, fair enough.
Putting Mike Evans in the Hall of Fame is like putting a Honda Civic on display next to 10 Lamborghinis.
Mike Evans is good, man.
One trick
Um,
pony. He's just tall. It's like putting Wemby out there.
that's true. But Wemby's already one of the best players in the NBA in year two. So it's like, are we
Oh,
knocking that?
damn it. You got me there. You got me there.
Well, yeah. From New Orleans side of things, good job losing, help draft position. Last game of Darren Rizzi era. It's least attractive coach opening by a pretty wide margin, I
Ugh,
think.
that are the
Um,
Raiders.
that are the Raiders, yeah. At least the Raiders, you got Brady. Then you get a somewhat high draft pick to pick a
And you
QB.
have Crosby and I'm
He's
blanking
getting
on his
traded to the
name.
Bengals.
Brock
Let's be real.
Bowers.
And Brock, that's true. You get Brock Bowers. That's who you're excited about.
You actually have
Um,
some pieces at least.
Actually, I was thinking about this the other day. The best players on the Raiders roster, and I'm probably forgetting some, but the best players on the Raiders roster, Max Crosby, Colton Miller.
God damn it. Quinn Miners was an all pro. Thanks a lot,
Yeah.
John Schneider.
Hold on. Wait, I'm about to cook. I'm about to cook. Wait. Best players on the Raiders roster, Max Crosby, Colton Miller, Brock Bowers, their kicker, Daniel Carlson, and their punter, AJ Cole. What all five of those gentlemen have in
They're
common?
Mayock guys. Mayock
Oh no, I
guys.
was going to say Mayock guys. They're all white.
I
What happened to the Raiders I grew up with?
was wrong.
They are
About
Mayock. They
Bowers
probably
though.
would be all be Mayock guys
Other than
though.
Mayo.
Yeah.
But hey,
No wonder the Raiders are 4-13 or whatever they are.
Mayock was better than Telesco. I'll say that.
Oh, 100%. Telesco was one and done. Although Telesco did draft Brock Bowers.
Who was the guy after Mayock?
The guy that came in with McDaniels. What's his name? Frick.
I'm just saying, regardless of name, Mayock was better than both.
Yeah.
Mike Mayock, truthers, baby.
My mouth, baby. You know who low-key built a good roster in Vegas was Reggie McKenzie.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And then
But
he, and then it, at first at least,
yeah, and then it kind of fell apart. Well, that's because he was so dedicated to like free agency being the way they were going to build the team, and it worked. But then they
it
got
didn't.
old, and then it got old. That's the problem when you build your free agency; you get older faster. So shit happens. Where are we at? Oh yeah, here's where we went a little off course last night, and I talked about Miami, New York first. Aaron Rodgers took it to the Dolphins, went out with four touchdown passes, gave us one of the great moments of the NFL
Oh
season.
my
The one
god.
clip where the Curb Your Enthusiasm music is playing over, well, first a shot of the Dolphins receivers confirming that Tyreek Hill was
Yep.
taking
You
himself out
done,
of the
Cheetah?
game.
You done, Cheetah?
You done cheated? And then it cutting to Aaron Rodgers and the Curb Your Enthusiasm music still playing, which if that's not a microcosm of how these two seasons have
And then
gone
that
for
that
these two teams.
absolute hospital pass to
To Devontae.
Devontae.
Yeah. Hey man, but outside of the pick he threw on the first
That
series,
play was funny.
yeah, that was rough. Outside of that play and the pick he threw in the first series, Rodgers was pretty good in this
He
game. If
was.
this was the last game he plays as a pro, respect, man. You went out good. You went out good. Dolphins continue to not be able to play in cold weather. Um, but it's not just Tua. Apparently Snoop can't do it either. Not that Snoop could ever play, period. So the Bengals went into this afternoon slate needing the Dolphins to lose and the Broncos to lose. Did the Broncos lose, my friend?
No, they did not.
They
I
did
saw
not.
that.
Not even fucking close. And here's where I
Chiefs
need to go
threw
into my
it.
rant.
Chiefs threw it.
Chiefs threw it. Actually, wait, hold on. Before I forget, I want to talk. I'm going to name all of the free agent quarterbacks that could theoretically start for teams next year. I want you to give me the Jets starting quarterback and the Giants starting quarterback. Here we go. Sam Darnold, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, Daniel Jones, Jameis Winston, Mac Jones, uh, Joe Flacco, Jacoby Brissett, Jimmy Garoppolo, Andy Dalton. Drew Lock also in that mix too.
I think Mac would actually be a good fit with the Giants, but they're gonna go Russ.
Yeah,
Jets
I
get
think Russ
Jameis.
is Russ. Yeah, I could see that. I think those are good picks. I think those are good fit. I
I
could just
think.
see Justin Fields. I could see Justin Fields with the Jets,
Oh,
depending on
I
who
could
they
see
hire
that
at
too.
coach.
I could. Yep. I think Mac would be such a good fit with Dable.
I wonder where Justin Fields goes, man.
I'd like him to be a Jet. He'd be a good Jet.
I bet Jameis goes to Pittsburgh. They feel like they've flirted with bringing him in a few times.
Yeah.
I could see that one. Oh, Kurt, you probably throw Kirko on this list too. I could also see
Oh,
Kirk
Kirk
going to
go to the
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah. Arthur
Yeah.
Smith.
Yeah,
I mean,
Arthur Smith. I didn't. Oh wait, but Arthur. They never
no, they didn't
overlapped though in
overlap.
Atlanta.
Yeah. I like that so far.
Yeah. So Darnold
Who
probably
for the
back in
who for the,
Minnesota.
and then Ewers to the Browns.
Yours to the Browns.
End of round one.
Whew, brother. You're drafting Quinn Ewers in the first round. That's rough. But it might be what has to happen because Shadur might pull an Eli. Is what people are already saying that. Like not even like people who know people are already saying Shadur would pull an Eli if the Browns tried to take him.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't blame him for that. I wouldn't want to be a quarterback for the Browns.
Hmm. People are already saying that Jack Sawyer is the perfect replacement for Sam Hubbard in Cincinnati.
Uh,
Hey man.
don't let that splash play make you forget how inconsistent both him and JTT have been.
think Jack Sawyer is better than GTT.
Oh, he is, but they're still. I still want to take either
I'd
in
take
the
him in the
first round.
second.
Oh yes,
I'm saying it's the
absolutely.
second round. I'm not saying it's first round. I'm saying it's second rounder.
Okay, good, because I'm seeing more people put them in the first.
Oh
It's
no. He's a
it's
second
not
rounder,
that yet.
but I'd take him in
I
the
hope
second.
that's our anti Larry Johnson pitch to Derek Coleman, Bruce.
Yeah, there you go.
Derek, I think it's between us and Ohio State. We need to get locked down. There's three really good pass rushers in Washington in 26. Derek Coleman, Bruce, who is like Nick Bosa potential,
Mm-hmm.
and then two kids from O'Day with one. His name is something Schwartzel, and then another guy with a tough Polynesian name.
Yeah.
Ciale. There we go.
There you go.
Uh, those three we need to lock up, and I think we will. And it's definitely helped that Oregon went has already locked up their guys and did a lot more national stuff for their D
Mm-hmm.
line.
Right.
But I think we're gonna have a big D line class in 26, a
Right.
big one. But Derek Coleman Brusa is like a top 50 guy. He should be. He's not, but he's really good. And his brother committed last year as an O line.
Be nice. Um,
He's got
back
to
to
be the
G. Oh
biggest
yeah, sorry.
NIL high school offer we ever give. That guy's absolutely necessary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give him something with his brother.
I think we'll end up with him.
Yeah. His brother coming here definitely helps.
Oh yeah, they're very close.
Yeah, that
It's between us
might
and
do it.
Ohio State.
Yeah, that might be enough, but I guess we'll find out.
We have a crystal
Um,
ball for him for
what's
months
that?
now. We've had a crystal ball for months,
Oh,
and he's.
if we've had it for months, then we're probably set. Then we're probably in a good spot.
I mean, Jed's a much. He knows what he's doing. With recruiting
Right,
at least.
right. Um,
Like he'd start as a freshman. That's how good he is. That's
yeah.
tough for a DN, man.
Oh, absolutely.
He's. I cannot wait for his senior tape. He's at Kennedy Catholic,
Hmm.
which worries me about defensive ends, but he's way better than Savell ever was. Way better.
Yeah,
What do you guys think of Savell?
I think we liked him until his senior year.
Okay.
Yeah, senior year tape wasn't great.
I
We
remember
are
how
starting to see
big
the
of
red
a
flags.
issue it was that how people freaked out when we weren't in like his top 8 or whatever,
Hmm.
and we ended up securing him. But now he's playing tight end for Colorado.
Yeah, right. Yeah, what a fall off, man. What a fall off.
He hit,
It was
man.
such a big deal. Like when we found out he was committing to us, we found out a couple days before he announced it. It was like super like under wraps, hush hush, like hey, don't tell anybody because like we want to make if it gets leaked, he won't come because he
Yeah,
wants this to be his moment when he
yeah.
announces it. So they're like, yeah, you cannot tell a soul. You can't tell your roommate,
Oh
sort of deal.
wow,
Um, so I didn't, and it worked out. And then
nice.
he didn't end up working out anyways.
Yeah, as it happens with 5 stars,
Right, right.
they either
Um,
hit bigly or bust
yeah,
bigly.
yeah. That's the thing. When you're a 5 star, you have massive expectations because only give 32 of those out a year because
Mm-hmm.
you're expected to be a first round. I mean, not necessarily fair to say this, but you are expected to be a first round pick
I
someday.
feel like the issue with a lot of 5 stars is
Hmm.
the reason they're 5 stars is because they maxed out in high school when it comes to body.
Right,
It's pretty hard to project, growth.
right. Yeah, but the whole star ranking system is literally designed to project like, okay, who will be the 32 first round
Mm-hmm.
picks in
Mm-hmm.
3 years? And it very rarely works out that way.
The
Like I think,
recruiting, the recruiting sites are some of the worst things to happen in college football, man.
oh, 100%. 100%.
They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah. I think and don't quote me on this. You know what, shoot. 2021. Okay, let's just use this past draft as an example. Google 2021 247 top recruits. Here we go. Here we go.
COVID evals really fuck things up too.
Let's find out how
Ah!
these got these
Ah!
These guys were the guys that were eligible to go in the 2024
Oh
NFL
yeah, that's
draft. How
right.
many how
That's
many of
right.
these guys
Ohio
ended up being first
State
rounders?
absolutely cleaned up this year. That's
Yeah.
right.
Let's find out how many of these guys ended up being first rounders. Quinn Ewers still in college. JTT still in college. Corey Foreman still in college, now at Fresno State. Leonard Taylor,
Nope,
undrafted in 2024. JC Latham, there's your first rounder. Jack Stoyer still in
probably not.
college. Donovan Jackson still in
He
college.
might be a first rounder. It'll be
Fair
close
enough.
for him.
Yeah. Caleb Williams, okay, there's your second first rounder. Emeka's
Nope,
still in college. Tommy Brockermeyer. I
nope.
think he might have retired actually. Travion Henderson, really
Nope.
freaking good player to be
Really
fair.
good,
Dallas
but he's a
Turner,
running back.
there we go,
Okay.
three. Kool-Aid was a second
Nope.
rounder. James Williams, day three guy. Amarius Mims, there you go, number
Okay.
four, my guy. Tristan Lee, still in college. Nolan Ritchie, still in college. Barrett Carter, still in college. Nyland Green, still in college. Tyrion Ingram Dawkins, still in college. Smell London, still in college. Chop Robinson, there's five. Sam Heward, yikes. Drake May, there you go, there's six. Jason Marshall, still in college. Terry Arnold, seven. Ja'Cory Brooks still in college. Keyshawn Silver still in college. Deontay Lawson still in college. JT Sanders, day three guy. Nathan Smith, day two guy. Kingsley, day two guy.
Oh, he
Donovan
committed to
Edwards still in
Oregon. Wow.
college. Yeah. Seven. 7 out of 33
I'll
ended
give.
up
I'll say
living up to.
this. I'll give them this. COVID evals were hard.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But 7 out of 33.
Whew.
Um. Anyways, Kansas City, Denver. Congratulations, Denver. I mean, the Bengals' last two win, and I could sit here and complain, Bengals' last two wins of the 2020 season were against Denver and Pittsburgh. Do I believe the Bengals are better than Denver and Pittsburgh? Yes, I do. I think we showed that in the field the last two games. However, we were 9-8. Both those teams finished 10-7. So I can't argue and say, hey, the Bengals should be in. But fuck the Chiefs, man. And I'll say this. So many Chiefs fans were like, oh, hey, we earned the right to rest our starters, or we earned the right to roll over. I agree. You did. I'm not arguing with that. I'm not saying you guys should be investigated. I'm not saying you guys should be sued. I'm not saying there should be like there I saw a fake, by the way. This is not real. This is started by Chiefs fans actually. Petition to get the Bengals in the playoffs because the Chiefs didn't play starters. I have no issue with the Chiefs not playing starters. Um what I do have an issue with is the fact that the guys that the Chiefs did have out there they were actively trying to lose that game, and you cannot
Mm-hmm.
tell me any other way. They were actively trying to lose. They were playing fucking two-hand touch on defense. Get out of here with that shit. We earned the right to rest our starters. Absolutely, you did. But the 22 player or the 11 players you ran out there on defense and the 11 players you ran out there on offense that, were out there, they weren't trying to win.
Was
So
Andy
don't,
calling plays?
probably not. It's probably fucking Matt Nagy with the plays
McVay
they were
had it
running.
had his OC call plays.
Yeah. So is it sour grapes? Absolutely. What it is for me, it's just another reason to fucking hate the Chiefs. I'll just say that. Again, I don't think there needs to be an investigation. I don't think there needs to be a big thing made of it. But you cannot look me in the eye and tell me the Chiefs had wanted to win this game. And you can't tell me it's not because they knew Cincinnati would be a tougher out than Denver in the postseason.
No.
So
Yeah,
get
absolutely.
out of here with that.
Speaking, I just wanted to I just remembered something that you might have missed since you slept through the college football playoff game. Did
Oh
you see
yeah,
the
yeah.
giant lump on
Oh no, I
Will
did see
Howard's
that. I
hand?
did see that. Yeah, I saw the
Oh,
first half. I
it
saw the
was
first
like,
half.
why the hell were they showing that on TV? That was like
Yeah,
nasty, dude.
yeah, that's not good. That's tough. Good thing you got a week and a half for that shit to heal.
It was just
Um,
it was the doctor I know one that's on Twitter said just blood. You know, it's
yeah.
not causing him pain. It's not broken.
And if
It's
it's
like
not causing him pain, then there you go. It's not a big deal.
it's like
And it's not broken, right?
it's like ugh, that's just gross.
Yeah. So that was my takeaways from KC Denver. Congrats to Denver for breaking the postseason drought. Y'all earned it. Hey, y'all won 10 games.
Yep.
Y'all won 10 games. Was the last one handed to you on a silver platter? Yeah. But hey,
We
credit
need
to you
we
guys.
need we need to have the college football playoff committee. They'd put Denver in.
Yeah, or they put
Quality
Cincinnati
of
in.
win. or yeah, Cincinnati
They
quality of
put
win.
they oh absolutely. If there was a committee for the NFL, Cincinnati would be like the 5 seed
Yeah.
probably in the AFC.
Steelers would be out.
Steelers would absolutely be out. You kidding me?
Denver would be in. Steelers would or Broncos, Denver and Cincy would be in. Steelers out.
Oh yeah, Steelers would be out. Steelers would be the old or the Alabama, and all our
Yeah.
fans would complain, but we're all like, guys, you shouldn't be in. Let's be real here. Um, they're over here complaining about
Mike
being
Mike
left out.
Leach Mike Leach on the committee is one of the best things ever. He's like, well, let's do something Americans love. Let's make a committee. Well, what are we going to do on this committee? Well, we'll just talk and have nice dinners. And where we're going to do this? Oh, it's some beautiful hotel. You know, it's a good one.
Yeah, dude, everything ever.
I remember when Mike Leach was at a Trump rally in like Eastern Washington during the 2016 primary, speaking and endorsing Trump. He was such a one of one dude. He's like the only college coach who would ever do that.
Yeah, I love Mike Leach, man.
He was
I love
buddies
Mike
with
Leach.
Trump when he was at Tech.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, if you watch that 60 Minutes thing, he'd like read his players' art of the deal.
That's incredible. That's actually really funny. I'm
I
not gonna lie.
cannot wait for a 30 for 30 on Mike Leach. That's gonna be a good
Oh
one.
yeah, we need it, man. We need it. All right. I talked Miami, New York, KC, Denver. Denver's in the playoffs. Miami lost, so they were out. Cincinnati is the last team on the outside.
Very
The
sad.
only very sad. LA, Vegas. I don't know if we really need to talk about this one much. Vegas finally did the right thing and remembered they had to fucking lose. LA, also, and did the right thing and fired Antonio Pierce after one
Yep,
season.
yep. Took him a little bit, but they
Yeah,
should
it
have
took.
hired Bisaccia. They screwed up the
Yeah,
one they should have hired.
yeah,
Ugh, you did that for Josh McDaniels.
yeah.
Uh,
Meanwhile, LA's
One
win
thing I
and
forgot
Pittsburgh's
about fired
loss.
coaches.
Sorry, go ahead.
You hear about oh gosh, Gerard Mayo playing cards with his players on the flight rather than watch film. That's part of the reason he got fired.
That's tough, man. Yikes. Yikes. Um,
Does the owner fly back on the team plane or they fly back on their own plane? Probably own plane.
nah, I bet they fly back on the private plane.
If I was an owner, I'd fly on the team plane because I'd love my players. You
Actually,
know,
before,
let's be
sorry, go ahead.
realistic here. If any fan were owners, we'd be a lot closer to Jerry Jones than we all like to say we would be.
Oh, 100%. I'd be meddling the fuck out of things.
Oh yeah, I'd be
Um,
impatient as hell.
yeah,
Sorry, what are you gonna say
absolutely.
though?
Oh no, so before I forget, because I got a nugget here. This is a fun. So, speaking of the Chiefs game, the game that officially eliminated the Cincinnati Bengals, um, I want to go all the way back to week 3, Monday Night Football against the Washington Commanders. After the game, after the loss, Joe Burrow met with Zach Taylor in his office. Like he went into the office with Zach. Um, didn't go into the locker room with the rest of the players like he normally would. Went with Zach into his office, which um
Who did?
Zach
Sorry, say that one more time.
Burrow did.
Okay.
Burrow went into Zach's office, just the two of them. Did not go into the locker room with the rest of the players, which notable. Because he doesn't usually do that. Normally he'll go into the locker room with the players. Um, a lot was people said it was a big deal. And then Zach and Joe both in like post game media interviews kind of downplayed it, pretend like it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't a big thing that they do it all the time. Which is not true. They don't do it all the time. They didn't do it again the rest of the entire season. Um, I have a source who said that moment, that meeting was the start of the end of Lou Anarumo in Cincinnati.
Really?
Yep. After that game, where they did not stop the Washington Commanders from scoring on a single
That
drive
was a
other than a
brutal
kneel
game.
down, He went in there, and that was the first time Burrow himself. If you ever question if Joe's calling the shots in Cincinnati, here you go. Joe Burrow expressed concerns about the ceiling of the team with the defense playing the way it was, or the defense playing the way it did in that game.
Is that the
Defense,
tidbit you were hyping up?
that was one of them. That was
Okay.
one of them. I'll get to the other one in a second. Um, the death knell was funny enough, actually, the last game they lost this year, December 1st against Pittsburgh. Um, Joe didn't like go into Zach's office again. Like I said last time, Washington, like a game against Washington was the only time they did it. Um, but Burrow in his post-game press conference said like, yeah, when you're not winning, there does need to be changes, and basically said like over the next 5 weeks we'll find out a lot about who wants to be here and who doesn't want to be here, that sort of thing. Again, he's clearly got the balls in the office. He wears the pants in the
Oh yeah.
Cincinnati offices. Let's just say that. Um, it was at that point that in that game between ownership, Joe, Zach, everybody knew. Um, no matter how the season ended,
Lou's gone.
Lou Anarumo was going to be fired.
So I have a similar tidbit there.
Yeah,
They were considering firing Grubb at the bye.
really? Wow, dang.
It
When
seemed
was
to
the
be
Seahawks bye? Didn't the Seahawks have an early bye? Like week
yeah,
6 or 7 or something?
yeah.
Dang.
Um, I think it was quite mutual of
Yeah.
Grubb leaving. Just and it wasn't bad blood or anything. It wasn't disliking each other.
It didn't seem like it was
It
that,
was
but
just not the right fit for either of them. And I think
yeah.
that's what they both say. You know, they took a risk and it didn't work out.
hmm Yeah, I think a lot of people afterwards said like, hey, Grubb had some good ideas, but probably in over his head as an NFL OC.
Yeah, it just wasn't ready for the NFL.
Yeah.
Didn't fit the best with Mike, what Mike
hmm
wanted. And yeah, good on them to make a change when needed rather than try to hold on and make it work.
hmm Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I also saw the news article you sent that I guess Mike wanted to be a little bit more run heavy than Grubb.
I don't think it was just run heavy. It was just overall design just wasn't the best.
hmm
Not as much play action. There's some sets that they only ran one play out of all the time. There's this one, especially with inverted stick out of this one set. Every single time they'd run inverted stick and teams started keying.
hmm
It'll be interesting to see where Grub goes. I'm surprised he hasn't showed right up in Tuscaloosa yet.
Yeah, right. Honestly, I'm surprised. Yeah, it hasn't already been announced.
I don't think he particularly liked the city.
hmm
Um,
Which is funny because that was a big thing that he wanted to stay in Seattle. I
no,
thought that
no,
was a big thing. Maybe
doesn't
his wife
like
did.
doesn't like Tuscaloosa.
Oh, I thought you meant Seattle. Okay.
Same with
Yeah.
Shep. They
Yeah.
both did not like Tuscaloosa at all. At all. Like,
Yeah.
I think Shep wants to get out of there sooner than later.
Yeah.
So I mean, it did say, not a done deal that Grubb goes to Tuscaloosa. It'll be interesting to see where he ends up. I have a feeling it's gonna be in Atlanta. I still love Grubb. You know, just
That's
didn't work
fair.
out. Just didn't work out, and that's okay. It happens.
Right.
What's your Titans tidbit?
Oh yeah, my Titan. No, I kind of already shared my Titans tidbit. Oh wait, the one I teased earlier today. Or was that earlier today?
Yesterday.
This is not an inside source. This is just my thinking. The Titans should not draft a quarterback first overall this year.
Oh, that was your thinking. Okay, okay.
Yeah. No. Draft Abdul Carter. Draft Travis Hunter.
Draft Mason Graham.
Draft Mason
Wait, no,
Graham.
you don't need him.
Yeah, no, you don't. I would rather
Draft
have Tennessee
Travis
grading than
Hunter.
Cam Ward. I would rather have Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter than Cam Ward if I'm Tennessee. I would wait till next year. I would tank again next year because this quarterback class just is not doing it for me.
Speaking of,
I'm not going to give a round one grade in this class.
you see, oh no, me neither. You see the Kyron Lacey is probably going to
Oh,
jail,
yikes. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great.
dude. Prison team's stacking up right now.
Yeah. Well, did you see too? I saw what he did it 2 days before he ended up declaring for the draft too.
Oh
So it's like you
God.
have to have some balls to think someone won't find out about that.
See, Henry Ruggs is up for parole soon.
Yeah, he is 2026. We're gonna be playing with an ankle monitor.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Is this a hear me out?
Yeah, yeah. I liked him coming out of the draft, man.
Nah, I wouldn't risk that, man. Shoot, man, the ankle monitor's probably slow him down.
He's fast.
It was fast. Hey, shoot, man. Hey, he is fast. That's the problem. Yeah.
Oh God. That yeah. You can't touch him, man. You just can't touch
Oh,
him.
one and my last Cincy tidbit. This doesn't really have anything to do with the season or anything like that.
I love tidbits. I
Um,
want to hear it.
don't count on T. Higgins being on another team anytime soon.
Hey, nice.
I
That's
hear
good.
I hear the percentage I heard was 85% chance that T and T and Jamar both sign extensions at some
That's
point this
good news.
offseason, with obviously T being first because T does not want to hit free agency. Apparently, he fired his agent because he felt his agent was negotiating in bad faith with Cincinnati. Ended up signing with Jamar's agent so that they can negotiate together. So it sounds like there's a very, very good chance
That's really
that
good news.
T Higgins will sign an extension probably sometime in
Just
February.
like
By the sounds
just
of it.
like playing. He loves playing with Joe. Who
Yeah.
wouldn't?
It wouldn't.
Um.
Especially with all the Jermaine Burton shit going on.
Oh my God. Want to elaborate on that?
Again, this is all
I mean, you got
allegations.
Yoshi. You got Yoshi.
Yeah, we got Yoshi. So I'll
Fuck.
just say,
I have him on my dynasty league team.
yeah,
Fuck.
and I'll just I'll preface this is all allegations. None of this has been proven. But there are police dispatcher recordings of a young woman, apparently 19 years old, who accused him of choking her and doing and just being physical with her, which obviously not good. If it ends up being in any way, shape, or form true, cut his ass immediately. Unacceptable. Disgusting behavior. Um, if anything, a lot of people in the Discord, the Bengals Discord I'm in, said the only good thing that come out of the Jermaine Burton pick was showing management just how irreplaceable T actually is,
Oh
and
yeah.
to convince them they need to re-sign him. Um, which hey man, if that's what it takes, it's disgusting, but happy ending, I guess. I don't know. Not a Deshaun Watson happy ending. Ugh. I don't even like making that joke. Anyways, LA Vegas, I don't have any takeaways from this one at all. I'll let you take over Seattle LA. The game that made you $20.
Yeah, sir. You were quick on that, man. I was
Yeah,
impressed with that.
hey man, I made a bet. I was willing to pay it.
Um, a free agency tidbit for the Seahawks is post game Ernest Jones. Oh, let's show you some
Oh,
stuff. Sorry, we good? Can you hear me?
yeah, you're good. I'm gonna grab a drink real fast, so if I go away for a second, that's where I'm at, but I can hear you still. So go ahead.
Okay. I'll sum up the game then first. Uh, yeah, we won. Good news. I was all cool with winning rather than tanking. It's not like it was going to improve our draft stock. I honestly, I was really going through some health issues that day, and Beau knew of them. I slept through the first half. I just was so out of it. It was rough. So I slept through the first half. First time in a long time I've missed any Seahawks games. So I watched it back though. Julian Love, nice pick. Leonard Williams had another awesome game. Overall, things went well. AJ Barner had another good game, man. AJ Barner's. I was wrong on that. I was wrong on Tyrese Knight.
Yeah,
and we were fine at safety.
you were
So
cooking their fourth round, and then they ended up having both of them might have ended up being the best rookies of,
Byron Murphy,
other than Murphy, yeah.
other than Murphy, yeah, they were. They were. Man, I was so hey, good on John for those ones because man, AJ Barner's been trucking dudes like all seasons and just taking their souls and has been our best blocking tight end when Pharaoh Brown was supposed to do that, and he's been absolute dog shit.
Hmm.
So get us like a really good receiving tight end, cough cough Harold Fannin, and that's a really fun tight end duo for the next few years. Have AJ Barner play the Y and Fannin play the H. That's a fun duo right there. Did what we needed to do. It's always McVay always schemes things up well, even if he wasn't calling plays, he made the game plan. Uh, yeah, no, took care of business. And 10-win season for Mike McDonald's first year. Tough to be on the outside looking in, but really, I like what he did this season. I really like it. Made us into a top 10 defense. Who would have thought that preseason, man? Especially after
Yeah.
how much we struggled the last few years with, for the most part, pretty similar personnel. Um, Especially after how pathetic. I mean, we all know. Do you know what game got Pete fired last year?
Um, no, which one? I think you've told me before.
The
Just remind
Steelers
me.
game where they absolutely just manhandled us all game on and off when we were
Yeah.
on defense. Just humiliated us with Mason Rudolph. Uh, I
That's two
actually,
seasons in a row. Ever since we started the podcast, the Bengals and Steelers have been, or not Bengals and Steelers, Bengals and Seahawks have been basically finished right next to each other in draft order.
yeah, that's
Funny
right.
how
That's
that's worked out.
interesting. I know. Um, you know, I that game I also missed because I was on the plane from Seattle to New Orleans. So
Oh, that's right.
I watched. I had a full game replay to watch that night in my hostel though at like 3 a.m. after New Year's. Uh, but dude, that was because I woke up. I slept in pretty decently, and then I went right to the casino
Mm.
for watching the Rose Bowl and the Winter Classic, which is so annoying. So it was this very nice casino. Made my bets or whatever. It was like all Texas fans. Like the DJ put on Bow Down to Washington, and I was clapping and singing along. I was the only one there. And then he puts on the Texas fight song. I don't know the name, but it was like
Mm.
the place freaking erupted. And there was this really cool like screen areas, like one screen, huge, and you could put a million different things on at the same time. And they had the tiniest thing available for the Winter Classic, and I kept going, please make it bigger. And they were so slammed that they didn't. That was not a priority for them. But
Mm.
so the tidbit at the end though was Ernest Jones in the locker room was basically, oh yeah, we're gonna get a deal going.
Mm.
I want to be here, and that was like, thank God. So that's good news. Ernest Jones
That's
loves it
good
here,
news.
man. If we actually did captains, we do the Ravens thing where we do different captains each game.
Mm.
He took Leonard Williams and Ernest Jones would be captains. Although maybe Julian Love, not sure. Or Spoon. God, there's a lot of options there. Fuck. But Ernest Jones.
Bengals have season long captains, but then they have their own like coin toss captains. They change
Okay.
it every game.
Interesting.
But actually, funny enough, against Dallas, they made it Joe, Jamar, and T,
Nice.
and then they kept it those three for the rest of the season, and they
Nice.
won.
Good luck. Good luck.
It's good luck. Hey, man, you got to lead those out next year when they're all back.
For overtime coin tosses, Pete would always send out the backup coin toss. Tavares Jackson, I think, won almost every single coin toss.
I
Rest in
want to
peace,
say
T Jack.
Jake Browning did the OT coin tosses for us.
Rest in peace, T Jack. Gone too
Yeah,
soon.
rest in peace. Yep,
Uh,
absolutely.
you know who was the 3 year captain for the Seahawks?
Who's that?
Nick Ballore.
Or hey,
It
there
was
you go.
trolling us so bad after we got eliminated, man. Because he was the team that did it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Washington.
He was trolling us on Twitter. It's like, shouldn't have cut me. It's like, what did you do this year at Washington, dog?
Hey, man, he's going to the playoffs. What can you say that?
True. Yep.
Um,
I did it about as much as he did.
that's true. That's fair.
I will say this: he probably played special teams. Uh,
Right.
But I mean, I wasn't sure what Ernest Jones was going to be when we traded for him. I was like, ooh, for a fourth, and we're gonna have to pay him. But wow, he turned the defense around.
Hmm.
He was absolutely fantastic, and we were in at the game where he had an awesome pick.
That's true. That's
Uh,
true.
And all of us thought, wow, that's a shitty throw from Kyler. Then we watched the tape.
Just a good play by Ernest.
Oh, it was a really good play. It was a
Hmm.
fun. It wasn't a bad play by Kyler. The bad play by Kyler was the Kobe Bryant pick because
Right.
I think it
It
was
is
Michael
funny.
Wilson had him beat, and then he just freaking lobbed it.
Hung it. Yep.
That
Um.
was so fun. It's cool that uh, there was talk of making it a yearly tradition, maybe next Bengals Cardinals or
Mhm.
Lions Cardinals.
Yeah.
That was
I think they've announced the
They announced opponents, I
excuse
believe.
me, yeah, exponents. So, oh, the Lions played in Arizona this year. Dang, they
Damn
won't
it!
next year. Dang, I forgot about
Worst
that.
case, worst case, we got a matchup every year. Worst case.
Right, yeah, exactly. That's the nice thing about the division opponents.
But
Speaking of
yeah,
Arizona, San Francisco, Arizona. There you go.
nicely done.
Arizona, they won.
Put up 47 on the.
Hey, I was actually talking to a Niners fan today, and I just point out, hey guys, y'all 1-5 in the division. You
Oh,
split with the Seahawks. The
fuck! And they
Seahawks.
beat us.
They beat yeah.
They
They
beat
beat
us
the
when they
Seahawks.
beat us in like the midst of our not having anyone on
Yeah,
defense,
in the
though.
midst of the slump. Yeah,
In the midst of all of our top four D linemen being hurt.
right. So split the Seahawks, got swept by the Cards and Rams.
Oh God, Kyle Shanahan, that seat might be getting a little warm soon.
Yeah, it's a rough look. They finished what, 6 wins? 6-11?
They're gonna draft Tyler Warren, man.
Yeah, 6-11. Ooh, boy.
That's got to be Tyler Warren, right?
Maybe. I could say, they still got Kittle. Kittle's
He's
still,
getting old though. He can't.
yeah, but he's still doing it.
He
I
just
don't know.
can't stay healthy. That's his issue.
We'll go through it. We'll go through it. When we talk draft order here in a few minutes, we'll talk about it. Potential landing
Fuck, we
spots.
might do a mock tonight. I'm just feeling it.
I know. We'll see. We'll see. Well, after the head coach predictions, we'll see how
Okay.
much time we got. And
I
then
actually put some thought into him too.
yeah. All
Yeah.
right. I'm looking forward. I put some thought in mine too, so I'm looking forward to hearing what you
To
got.
half of him. The other half I didn't.
Yeah. Last game here, Minnesota, Detroit. Detroit took it to Minnesota. Which is funny. They didn't even play a great game necessarily, but Minnesota just could not convert a
No.
fourth down conversion to save their lives.
Dude,
And
Aaron
killed them.
Glenn just turned it up lately. He's been awesome.
Right.
As much
Yeah.
as I've always been someone like Daniel's always loved him, I've always been someone who's like, I'm not sure. The last half of the season, after he lost, his defense got better after he lost Aiden Hutchinson, man. He's been cooking.
He
And
did.
then the fact that they had a guy who'd been playing against Justin Jefferson since high school, he's like, let me guard him. I know how to guard him. And they're like, okay. And he locked him down. It's like,
Yeah.
what? Where the hell did Amik Robertson come from, man?
Yeah, Meek Robinson, baller, man. Hey, he was a baller in Vegas. He was a
He
baller at
was.
Louisiana Tech.
He was just like, yeah, I played him since high school. And they're like,
Yeah,
okay.
Hey, I will say, locking down Justin Jefferson. I couldn't have seen that coming.
No, no, that's more what I meant. Good on
No,
him,
I know
man.
what you mean.
He balled out.
Hey, man, he can't big game of Meek, and they get a weekend off because of it. Meanwhile, Minnesota going to
Down to your neck of the
Arizona.
woods.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're coming down to Glendale.
Dude, Rams are
Um,
fucked.
yeah. Um.
They're used to playing in front of no fans.
But the problem is there's a ton of snowbirds down here right now.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
there's probably
dude.
gonna be more Vikings than Rams
The
fans.
secondary market, I bet that's going on in Arizona area right now. It's like, hey, anyone want to go to a playoff game? Get a ticket for
Oh no,
$5.
yeah, no, my brother-in-law. He's a Vikings fan living in Phoenix. He's going.
Dude, wow, dude, how lucky is
I
he?
know, right? It worked out. He
How
might have
much you have to
started
pay
the
for
LA
him?
fire. He might have started the Palisades fire. I don't
Fuck,
know. I
dude.
didn't ask him.
Fun thing. I have, my aunt and uncle, or my uncle and his sons are Vikings fans that live in Minneapolis. My
Yeah.
dad, Lions fan, so he made a bet with like my 13-year-old cousin. He was like, 50. I'll give you $50 if the Vikings win. But if the Lions win, you have to be my butler for a full day. Sometime this
That's
summer when we go
hilarious.
up to Michigan. So
Oh, that's hilarious. I love that. Um,
it's like he make us bet that when we were kids. It's like he's always looking for a butler.
I
Child
was looking
labor.
for a but he's always wanted a butler.
Yeah.
Um, shoot, I feel like there's something else I was going to talk about with this game. Oh yeah. JJ McCarthy with the flow.
And looking like a twig.
Yeah, he looks skinny right now,
And
man.
now they said they're not going to move him. So there
Yeah,
goes
but
that
I
dream.
respect the flow, man. I respect
It
the
is
flow.
very nice
Looks
flow.
nice.
It looks very nice.
I didn't know he had that in him. I didn't recognize him at first. I thought it was a
People were
Trent
saying
Williams
he,
situation. I thought it was a Trent Williams situation where they showed the wrong guy, and then
yeah,
I
that was
saw
funny.
another angle, and I'm like, no, that's JJ McCarthy. He's just got flow now.
Yeah, no, and people were saying he looks like a Stranger Things guy. I've never seen Stranger Things, so I
He
can't.
does. He does. He looks like Vecna before he turns into the weird, ugly, noseless guy. Before he turns into fucked up Voldemort looking dude. You'll have to look it up, but yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Well, there you go then. As far as order of things to do left, I'm really having fun. This is a fun episode so far.
Oh yeah,
I was kind of nervous about the redo episode, but
yeah.
it's
No,
been just as
it's
good
been
as last
awesome.
night, if not even
Wait,
better.
no, should we
Um,
do? Let's do coaches first.
Want to do coaches first? Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna ask. Do you want to do draft order, coaches, or wild card
Wait, no,
picks?
no, we got to do picks first.
Do picks first? Okay, let's
Yeah,
do picks first then. Daniel's already plugged in his picks. Daniel's finishing out the season with us. Shout out Daniel if you're watching.
we
We
miss
love
you.
you. We miss you. Um,
I love you and I miss you. You remember that?
yeah.
Oh, that's I
Uh,
loved that video.
Chargers, Texans. All I won the week. I get to lead off, or I get to choose if I want to lead off or not. And I will lead off because this one's pretty easy for me. So I might as well get an easy one out of the way first. Chargers going to Houston, playing a slumping Texans team. Yeah, give me the Chargers. I'm sorry, there's a much better football team at the moment.
I'm gonna go Chargers as well. They seem pretty built for playoff football.
Yeah, I think you just clinched a winning the season, by the way, by
Oh,
agreeing with
really?
me on that pick. Yeah, so congratulations, Rob.
Woo! Confetti!
uh,
Ah!
Steelers Ravens, Saturday night on Amazon Prime, by the way.
Okay.
Ravens hosting.
Isn't there a Netflix one too?
No, there's
Okay.
not this year. Every year they've got a different streaming service. Last year, the Saturday night game was the Chiefs Dolphins on
Peacock.
Peacock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and this
right.
year Saturday night's Ravens Steelers on Prime. So next year maybe
Dude, everyone
Netflix.
saw the weather, like, oh, Dolphins are fucked.
Yeah, right. Ravens Steelers. Ravens 9.5 point favorites in
Oh,
a
that is a
rivalry game
lot.
at home.
This is a tough one to pick, man.
Yeah, that
But
line's
the
big.
9.5 is a lot for a playoff game. But man, are the Steelers slumping,
Yeah,
and the Ravens are playing well.
yeah, they're playing their best football of the year right now.
I'm gonna go Ravens here. I think this feels like a playoff blowout.
Yeah. Yeah, now that I'm eliminated from potentially coming back, I might as well just pick what I actually think is going to happen. Yeah, give
Wow,
me the
no
Ravens to cover in this
metagaming.
one.
Boo.
No, well, now I have no incentive to metagame, so it's over. It's over. Yeah, I think the Ravens just rivalry games, division games are always weird. Playoff games and also playoff Lamar is always weird.
True.
But,
Those are good points.
but yeah, I
Steelers
mean,
stink,
you got a
man.
team playing at the peak of their power versus a team that looks like dog shit
Russ
right
has
now.
gotten blown out in a lot of wild card games
Yeah,
and a lot of divisional games
yeah. Denver Buffalo, Buffalo
where
nine
they
point
have a good
favorites.
part stretch of the season and limp into the playoffs. I've seen this movie too many times.
Yeah, Buffalo 9 point favorites on Sunday morning, taking on a Broncos team that scraped and clawed their way into the playoffs, somewhat backing into the playoffs. Obviously, they had the 38-0 win, but before that, losses to two better teams. Um, Part of me tells me Denver can hang with Buffalo. And Buffalo does kind of tend to play with their food in the wild card round a little bit. But I don't know. Give me the Bills. I think they're gonna be able to cover this. Bo Nix in the playoff game.
It's not big game Bo, that's for sure.
Not big game, Bo.
First playoff game of his life.
Yeah, there you go. He
Maybe
finally
not.
made it.
Maybe high school. Maybe high school.
Oh, true,
Uh,
true, true.
I'm gonna go Buffalo. I just think they're the best team in football right now. Wow, we are chalky right now, all
Yeah,
three
it's
of us.
chalky right now. This might be a boring wild card. We might differ on some of these later games, but we'll get to them. Philly Green Bay. Philly 5-point favorites taking on the Packers, who are again now without Christian Watson. Jalen Hurts coming back from injury or from his concussion in this one. Sounds like Jordan Love off the injury report, so he's good to go. Robot.
I'm gonna take Green Bay, man.
Yeah.
I think they're playing really well.
Hmm. Give me Philly. I'm gonna agree with Daniel on this one. Five is a lot, or five, yeah, five is a lot. But seeing how Philly was able to kind of, even with Tanner McKee playing most of the past couple of games,
That's
the
fair.
offense was still humming, and now Christian Watson being gone for Green Bay, and they're kind of limping into the playoffs after back-to-back losses. If this was the Green Bay team we saw in Seattle back in week 15,
That's
I'd
fair.
probably agree with you, but it is not. So give me the Packers. Or sorry, give me the Eagles, I mean. Tampa, Washington. Tampa 3-point favorites. Taking on the Commanders. Another rookie making his playoff debut, Jaden Daniels. Commanders coming in playing good football the past couple weeks. Tampa struggled a little bit. Had some hiccups here and there, obviously. Tampa's such a funny team, man, because over the past, what, 4 weeks? Let's see. Yeah, over the past 4 weeks, I think. They destroyed the Chargers on the road, as one does. They lost to the Cowboys.
That's right. That was a weird
They
game.
destroyed the
Yeah.
Panthers and then squeaked by the Saints. So they have just been super up and down over the past couple weeks.
Uh-oh. Here's why here's why Texas lost.
Why?
Ted Cruz was at the Cotton Bowl.
It was never gonna happen
It
for him.
keeps happening. He's
Yeah,
never had a win.
that's tough, man. That's tough.
They need to make him stop coming to these.
Yeah, they gotta kick him out. They gotta ban him.
It's every sport too.
Yeah, really. Every time he goes to a Texas sporting event, it's over. Um, Give me Tampa. I trust Baker a little
I
bit
think this
more.
is where a rookie quarterback struggles in playoff situations. So give me Tampa as well.
Yeah.
It's hot
And
down
then,
there too. It's humid.
yeah. Lastly, here, although, hey, if anyone knows how to play in the humidity, it's Jane Daniels
Oh shoot,
playing
that's
the
right.
Bayou. Then
Arizona
lastly here,
first though. Arizona first.
that's
Is he
true.
from
Arizona
Arizona?
first. In Southern California before that.
Is he from Arizona?
No, he's from SoCal.
Hmm.
Um,
That's dry heat though.
um, Lost my sorry. Minnesota LA. Again, this game being in Glendale probably gives Minnesota home field advantage, but Minnesota 3-point favorites in the desert taking on the Rams. Robot.
I'm gonna go Minnesota here. I think there's a big old cloud hanging over him, and I bet you that Minnesota wants some revenge.
A big old smoke cloud. Who said that? No. I agree with you. Give me the Vikings. I think, well, A, they're the better team. B, they're probably trying to avenge that Thursday night game from earlier in the year. C, again, I think them playing in Glendale this time of year in the winter means that the Vikings probably have a home field advantage. Shout out the Snowbirds.
Oh yeah.
Um, and D, I just think they're the better football team. I might have already said that, but I say it again if I did. So there you go. Those are our picks for the week. We'll see how those go over the next 3 days. Head coach prediction time. Since you will likely win the overall bracket, actually you have clinched winning the overall bracket. Congratulations. Um, you get to pick. In fact, mix it up. You don't have to start with the Bears if you don't want. Mix it up. Pick a
Uh,
team. Pick a team, make a pick.
let's go Raiders. And you're
Raiders.
gonna start.
And I get to start. Do we want to go crazy and say we can't pick the same coach for the same team?
No, no.
Okay.
Oh wait. Like me and you can't pick the same team, or you
Yeah,
can't
like
choose
so
the
for
same team.
example, like
No,
we
that's just
can't
not
both.
fair.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. I was gonna say it could be fun. It could be fun. Like
We'll
we
see
can't
if it
both
works
say
out that way.
the Jags are gonna hire Ben Johnson, for example.
No,
Okay.
no.
So I have to start with the Raiders. All right. I have to start with the Raiders. Shoot, man. The Raiders are an interesting spot. Goodness gracious. Who are they even interviewing? I know they talked to Ben or they're talking to Aaron Glenn, I heard. Who's on the market? Hold on. Top head coaching candidates. Wait, I think 33rd team does a little tracker for
Yeah.
this. Coaching carousel. Here we go. Maybe this is um no, that's 2 years old. That's not gonna help me. There's 2024 coaching carousel NFL tracker. Here we go. Let's try this. Here we go. NFL.com. Let's do NFL.com. Yes, I have my caps lock on. That's not important. Firings. No. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the interviews. Okay, Aaron Glenn, Ben Johnson, Tom Monken, Robert Salas, Steve Spagnuolo. Okay, kind of standard fare. Standard affair here. And I gotta remember who I picked for who I think I'm gonna pick for other teams. Look at that list for the Jets. Holy cow, they've interviewed everybody. Mm, Brian Flores. I know this is one you pointed out the other day as one that seems like a good fit. I tend to agree. I think he'd be a great fit with the Raiders organization. I think Brady would love him too. Another former Patriot too.
Yeah, I'm going Flores as well. I think he's just
Ah,
a perfect Raider, man.
I like it. I like it. Do I get to pick the next one then?
Sure.
Saints.
Oh, this one I have no clue. Can you see who they've interviewed?
Yes, I can. I actually know exactly what I'm picking for the Saints.
I'm gonna go Cliff.
Yeah? All right. I like it. I respect it. Any reason why?
Well, I feel like they're gonna want to go offensive coach after Allen.
Hmm.
And I'd rather have Cliff than uh the other two they interviewed. What's it? Who's can you pull that
Oh,
back up?
Kafka and
More.
Moore. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my call there.
No David Shalov.
I mean, that's an interesting choice. A
Yeah.
guy who's been out of coaching for 2 years, who's never
Yeah.
coached at the NFL level, but go ahead.
Yeah. I I think the Saints head coaching position is not going to be popular. It is by far the least attractive opening. Um, However, if they're going to convince a guy to come, it's probably going to have to be someone who's been in the building before, knows how to operate, knows how the ownership operates, and has been good to them in the past. For that reason, I actually think the Saints come away with decent hire. Aaron Glenn.
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
good one.
Aaron Glenn comes back, where he's once secondary coach, comes back as a head coach of the New Orleans Saints.
That's really cool.
All right, you're next.
Oh man, that's a good pick. Damn. All right, let's do the Patriots.
Mike Vrabel.
Yep, same.
They don't even have to think about that one. That one seems like it's already locked in stone or set in stone. Jets. Let's do Jets next.
We look at interviews.
Yeah, it's a long list. We'll
Rex
be looking for a
Ryan.
while. Rex Ryan, let's go.
They interviewed Mike Loxley?
They interviewed
What?
Mike Loxley.
What are they doing? They interviewed Darren Rizzi?
They
Oh my,
interviewed Matt
what
Nagy,
the
dude.
what the hell are they doing?
Interviewed Matt Nagy.
Let's go Joe Brady.
Joe Brady, I kind of like it. Okay, you know what? I respect it. That's not a bad pick. Um, Matt Loxley. I
Mike
kind of want.
Borgonzi, Chiefs
Part of
assistant
me
GM.
actually really wants to pick
Rex Ryan.
Matt Nagy.
Oh,
No, I was
pick
gonna say
Rex
Matt
Ryan.
Nagy. I'm not gonna
Mike
pick Rex.
Borgonzi is a hilarious name.
Oh yeah, more Gonzi. Yeah. It's just a really uninspired list, if I'm being
This is a
honest
very
with you.
Jets list. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Joe Brady. I respect the Joe Brady pick. I'm not gonna go in that direction, but I
Rex
actually like where
Ryan.
your head's
Rex
at.
Ryan. Rex Ryan.
You
Rex
know
Ryan.
what? Oh gosh.
Do it for the meme.
I got you. Do I was. There's a couple memes on this list, man. I'm not
There's
doing
way too
jokes.
many
Sorry.
of them. My, why the hell is Mike Loxley getting NFL interviews? What the hell is going on here?
Do I dare do it? I'm doing it. Arthur Smith. I think the Jets are gonna hire
I
Arthur
don't
Smith.
hate that. I don't hate that. I think Arthur probably got a bit of a bad. I honestly, Arthur Smith was better than Raheem Morris.
Justin Fields, Jets quarterback, 2025. All right. You get the pick between Bears and Jags.
Oh, Jags.
Jags. Okay. Before I want to look at who the Bears are interviewing first, real fast. Make sure I'm not forgetting any big names here.
Oh fuck. I, in retrospect, I
Um,
would switch some things around.
we can do that at the end too. Okay. Okay. I know who I'm picking for both teams. Okay. For the Jags, give me Ben Johnson. I think this is the spot that Ben Johnson actually finally jumps on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ben Johnson. I want to switch a pick though.
Yes. Who you want?
I want to put Cliff to the Bears.
Ah, dang it, man. I was gonna do Cliff to the Bears.
Oh yeah.
All right, who you doing for the Saints now?
Let me show me the Saints
I'll go. Yeah,
interviews
I'll
now.
go back. I'll go back. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be chalky. I'm not gonna pick. Give me Mike Kafka.
Captain, there you go. All right. Are there any switches we want to make here?
Those I'm happy with mine.
We're pretty chalky until we get to the last two, which you can
Is
see
there
that
any
going
switches
anywhere.
you want to do?
Any switches I want to make? I like Brian Flores. I honestly feel really good about these. The Jets one's the only
I
one
think
where
you're
I'm
gonna
like,
be right about Aaron Glenn. I think you'll be right about that.
the Jets one's the only one where I'm like,
I didn't know he was a former DB coach there, so you got me there. Better prepared, better researched.
Yeah, the Jets one's really the only one where I don't feel pretty good, actually.
They've their interviews baffle me.
Yeah, the Jets are just a train wreck. So,
This next
um,
coach isn't gonna work out either. I'll tell you that right now.
yeah, right. Do you want to do draft order or wait? We already
I'm
did picks. All
I'm
there is
actually
to do
pretty
is draft
tired,
order. You want to
so
save that for next week then?
let's save it for next week.
Okay, I'll save it for next week. We'll do that on the we'll have less to talk about next week because we won't have the head coach pick.
We
So
got two games to talk about and one to pick. So
Yep, that is true. That is
We
very
might just
true.
lump in our episodes next week.
Yeah. Yeah, we might as well. Might as well. Because we'll only have four NFL games to talk about too. So or four
Yep.
NFL games to pick. So
And
yeah.
six to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah. So just get a
We're
lot
getting to
done.
that part of the year,
Yeah. Yeah. Before draft season starts. So
Well,
yep.
and then we'll have coaching hires probably by the next 2 weeks.
Right. Right.
So
So
we'll have some stuff.
cool. Well, there you go. Hour
Compare this to
34.
last year's coach predictions. They were so zany.
Yeah. Well, I think Daniel being here last year helped too. Like three people.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just
Mix it
a
up.
little bit more. Like we could have an agreement, and then he would be off the mark or something like
Yeah.
that. So,
Can you show last year's picks?
I already deleted them. I'm sorry.
You deleted them?
Yeah, I was running out of space in my Google Drive, so I had to delete some. I know.
Well, let's make a new doc for 2025.
Oh no, like I had to delete just like a bunch of like different docs too,
Oh,
and start
yeah.
taking stuff off of these ones.
That sucks.
Yeah, but I know some of them were, hey, Liam Cohen. That one's aging well. Oh, Liam Cohen's a name that we didn't bring up. That's
Well,
getting a
he
lot of
doesn't have
love.
interviews, I don't think.
I'm sure. Let me
Oh,
pull
you
it
know
up.
why? It's because he's in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me look
You want to
some.
switch any?
Let me see one last time if there's anywhere I'd like to put him in.
Oh, Liam Cohen's got an interview with the Jags set up.
We all know who's going there.
Yeah.
Is there anyone I'd like to switch? I think he's going to take another year. I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think there's only two spots he could probably get, and that's Saints and Jets. Lots of teams with new in them. Half of them.
Yeah.
The New England, New Orleans, and New York.
Yeah,
What's
new
that?
a lot of new coaches going to new
And you got a
teams.
loss, so makes
And
me
you got
feel.
lost, yeah.
All
A
right.
lot of two-word
Yeah.
locations. So, all
All
righty.
right.
Well, that's it. That is it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. Next week, we'll get a little bit more into draft stuff next week. We'll probably have our first mock. We'll have,
Oh yeah.
shoot, we could, I mean, if we still wanted to do two episodes, we could have one where we just do recap and one where we just do our first big mock of the year.
That could be fun.
That could be fun. Well, there you go then. Fun as always. Glad to hear you're feeling better, Mr. Jokinen. Any
Thank
closing
you.
thoughts before we let the people go?
If one of us have to record an entire episode, all of us have to re-record an episode. If one of us click, all of us hit like. If one of us subscribe, all of us subscribe.